When I say 7, y'all say days. Hunting for the cheese like a mouse in a maze. Been down all my life, mama thought it was a phase. Same OG, guess I'm stuck in my ways. Last night I had a dream.
What night is this? Tuesday. Welcome to Neutral Voices, the place where your voice matters. And tonight is our What's Going On segment.
What's going on, Dr. V?
Listen,
Hey, how y'all doing?
I got a question.
Yes.
What's going on?
What's going on? Oh, man, there's a lot going on.
Listen,
A lot.
Okay, so tonight is special.
Yes.
We have a wonderful person here sitting with me.
Yes, yes.
Thank you. So we go back. We have history.
Yes, we do.
Tonight she wants to share with us some information that's going on in the city, and then she's just going to hang out with us and just have good conversation.
Right.
Good conversation with
Yes.
good people. Can you handle that?
I can most certainly handle that.
Okay.
So, but listen, before we do anything else, let's get into what you want to talk about. So let's kind of just find out what's really going on with Mickey White right now.
Well, what Mickey wants to talk about is the virtual masquerade party.
Oh, wow.
And this is a masquerade. It's a fun party for kids. It's a free event, and it's for kids ages 7 to 19. So some of them have so
Wait a minute, 7
Well,
19. We can't go.
You can most certainly go. Actually, I told anyone, I even told our board members, you're more than welcome to go. But what we're going to do is just is a virtual party, so they'll actually register. And we're going to have a couple of competitions there. It's from 6 to 8 o'clock. So it's March 26th from 6 to 8 o'clock. And it is a spoken word contest, a dance contest, as well as a best mask competition. And that could be the mask like this or like this. So it just depends.
Yes.
So we're going to have a lot of fun. And this is just a way for us to invite and have an event for the kids.
Yeah.
You know, the kids have been really bored lately, haven't they?
Yes.
You know, so
Been in the house.
super idea.
That-
Yes.
That's good. So serious engagement.
Yes.
Because they're going to be at home
Yes.
somewhere dancing.
Yeah, it'll be a
Cutting
dance
up.
party. Cut up. We want them to tune in. We're going to have fun. We're decorating so they can at least see the ambiance our way. Hopefully they'll give it their way, and we can have a lot of fun.
So
That
where
sounds
would one go to join this?
Well, all you have to do, since it is free, all you have to do is go to www.upaf.com, upaf.com, okay, / it'd be virtual mask, MASK dash QUERADE, masquerade, okay? So you do that. And as well as if you let Miss Veronica know, if you can most certainly let me know as well. But that's how you do it. You can contact me at Unity Performing Arts. That's 260-481-6719.
We will also go ahead and share that link at the bottom of our video in the comments.
I will send it to you.
Anybody can reference that as well.
Thank you. That's great. And I'll make sure I leave some too for you.
Yes. That's awesome.
Yeah, we're going to share some.
That is awesome. And so this is what it's all about tonight. What's going on in our community. And what a great night and month to have such a beautiful, amazing person with us, because guess what this month is?
It's Women's History.
Exactly. And I knew that.
Did you know that?
Yes, I did know that. I wrote
A lot
about
of people knew that.
I do
we're
know that.
honoring women.
I do.
And so, so I just want to say, so this is...
It's what?
He keeps saying,
Women
he
month.
keeps saying it's just women month.
So you guys are going to have to get
we
up,
get 'em up?
basically.
We're
Oh, you want me to
honoring-
leave? I'm out. Hold
Now,
on.
I didn't know this. Did you know that, of course, Madam C.J. Walker, of course, she was a self-made millionaire, the first woman self-made American self-made millionaire.
Yes.
So I
Sarah Breedlove.
Yeah, down in Indy.
Madam
That's where she
C.J. Walker.
made
Yes.
her fortune.
Yes, but it's the first American.
I know.
So
Yeah.
that's pretty
See,
awesome.
We got some work to do. We got to catch up.
You make it happen, Dr. V. You make it happen. You got to adjust it.
Yeah. So, and speaking of that, so while we're talking about it, so shout out to Michelle Chambers, because she was the first African American woman in our community for
To win her city council at large
at
seat.
large seat.
That's
Yes.
excellent.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's a good thing.
Shout out to all the women.
The women,
All the
all the beautiful, amazing,
You know,
powerful women.
And it's
Yes.
funny, when you say women, and we still have a bunch of firsts. Today, in Tanzania, they elected their first female president of the country
Wow.
ever in Tanzania today.
Yeah.
She was
That's
installed.
what's up.
Yeah, in
Amazing.
Tanzania, somebody's saying right now, that's what I'm
That's
going to
it.
name my little girl.
Tanzania.
Look at you.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, yeah. So, anywho, so speaking of all that good stuff, so thinking about good stuff makes me think about money.
Make you think about money?
What about some reparations?
Reparations.
Anybody want?
I want my 40
Do you
acres
feel
of
like
mule.
you deserve?
I deserve it
I
all.
don't know about that mule though.
40. Well, with interest, I should have at least Southern California. 40 acres in interest.
Yeah.
Southern California should be mine. I'm just saying.
Give me Florida.
Florida,
I'll
feel
take Florida.
Yeah.
But funny you should mention that. It hit the news today, and I don't know when they passed the bill, but it really hit the news today, and it became prevalent today, that a city in Illinois, Evanston, Illinois, has become the first city in the country to have a reparation standard bill. Now, it's a lot of cloudiness in it, and a lot of, people are against it. A lot of people think it's a joke, but whenever you're the first one, a lot of people don't take you seriously. They think you're a joke. And, it has different rules and different things that they're going to have to figure out. Now, what one of the things is, they're saying that you're going to have to validate your lineage. I feel, because the law at the time said if you had one drop of black blood in you, you were black. But now they're saying that you will have to validate your lineage. That's only one problem that they're having, but I hope they figure it out, and I hope it's adapted into more places than just Evanston, Illinois.
Well, I mean, if you gotta prove your worth, as far as basically saying, and I read the article and I understand you have to literally prove that the fact that you was a slave, your ancestors were slaves
Right.
in that area.
You're right.
And why would you have to prove that situation?
I
that-
agree.
And that's the joke part about it. Why do I have to prove it
Well,
when you know it?
and think about it. And here's a sad fact of history that not all black people at the time were slaves, but we're gonna study that in another history.
We're gonna
lesson.
talk about it in another history.
But
Let's
so
do that.
that's part of it. But yeah, I understand what they're saying, and they need to work out all the kinks, and hopefully it'll work out for them, and it'll be able to be passed on to other cities, countries, and hey, I'm waiting for my 40 acres and a mule.
Absolutely.
Man, I take a cold million in a Bentley right
Hey, I feel like if you come out,
So,
you
the
gonna look
Tarzan
out.
and Bentley is $300,000. So I mean, why would you waste your money?
I'm just saying if you get yours, you gonna look out for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure you get
See,
it.
that's
Well, and
all I'm
like you
saying.
said, Clarence, anytime somebody comes out and they're the first, anything, especially something like this, that should have been done a long, long time ago,
Yes.
Right.
people are either going to take it as a joke or they're going to follow suit. So obviously, we know which direction we want it to go, but it'll be
right.
interesting to see what happens,
Yeah, that's
after
true.
this.
Yeah,
You
that's
gotta
right.
pay attention.
Well, speaking
Right.
about money and payouts, etc., I'm thinking about Tamir Rice,
Yes.
his mom.
His mom is on a tirade right now.
Uh-huh.
She had Black Lives Matter. She's at odds with the people at Black Lives Matter and Ben Crump. She's
Well, I'm just saying. So what's up with that?
well.
She's saying some negative stuff.
Now, she said a lot of negative
Yeah.
stuff, and she's talking about the settlement. In her most recent angst is the settlement of the George Floyd family. They got $27 million. But she's talking about the commercialism of the Black Lives Matter and how people are now profiting or getting fame or glory off the Black Lives Matter name, and she doesn't feel that's right. Now, this is my personal opinion. It's not held to Neutral Voices or anybody, so don't blame everybody on the panel. This is my personal opinion.
Here it goes.
I do feel that once a settlement is taken, it devalues that life in the pursuit of justice.
I agree with
I
you.
don't think that
Are you saying it sends a signal that the fight is over?
the fight is over.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
I'm
surrender.
done. I take off my gloves.
Yeah, take off my glove.
Okay.
Or the fight is not as hard. Now, I understand, the hardship and everything like that.
Yeah, but you're saying that, and I get that too. But some people may be thinking, like, how long should you fight?
Until
like-
it's over.
So you
but-
can't fight no more.
But
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
saying,
you
so
gotta
is there something in particular, for the fight she was looking for or should be
What's
looking
Justice.
standard?
for?
What's
Justice.
standard?
Yes,
What you're
yes.
going?
See,
What are
the
you
thing
going for?
about it
Because
is-
she went as
The thing about it is, if I accept your money,
Mm-hmm.
that's basically is a hush. Now,
Right.
Just be quiet.
It's over.
Yeah,
It's over.
just be quiet and let us do this on this side. And 9 times out of 10, that person don't get the justice.
Right.
Right.
So instead of taking the money out the gate, No, let me get my justice first. Then I'm gonna attack the money.
Okay, but what I'm saying is like the black contract that Ice Cube created. It was detailed and specific.
Right.
I'm saying, are there things in writing? Are there requests being made?
Right.
You see what I mean?
I agree with that.
That we're looking for. Did they happen? And she's saying, okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
Right,
I'll
because she
take
went
the
as
money.
far to
It's
say,
true.
don't put his name, no names on T-shirts. I mean, there was a whole lot of things, but you know, shortly after this happened, you know, she was saying publicly, you know, and I quote, "The justice system has a different set of rules for Black people. Period.
Right.
We need to
Correct.
fight. We need to stand up. We need to, you know, not stop speaking." So I mean, I guess I'm a little confused because you want people to, you know, to be activists. You want them to advocate. You want them to stand up, but you also have a list of things that you don't want. You know, you don't
Well,
want.
Especially when
Well,
the
you
thing about
didn't
it
say
is
what you
people to
need,
do.
what you
Right,
do want,
right,
though. There
yeah.
should be
right.
a means to an end for anything.
Right.
yeah,
That's right.
You know,
Right.
so
That's
what
I'm
is
saying.
that?
But her point of view is don't commercialize it.
yeah.
If you're gonna be an activist, be an
Be a-
activist. Her problem is that Tamika Mallory, who's affiliated with the Black Lives Matter, she was on the Grammys. And she was in a performance of Lil Baby. His song is something about police brutality.
Right.
Better Day or something like that. I
Yeah.
think is the name of the song. And she stood up there with his acceptance speech. She has a problem with that commercialism.
Right.
And Ben Crump, she equated him to an ambulance chaser, which every time something happened, he's there.
He's the first
And
one
he's
to
the
get
first
it.
one there, and he's the first face there.
Yeah.
So she's
Yeah.
saying, stop commercializing.
And the profiting, stop
Yeah, the
profiting,
yeah,
you know, the
they're basically profiting.
monetization of all of that.
Right, but what about the squeaky wheel? They always say the squeaky wheel always gets fixed, you know?
Yes.
So at the same time, I mean, even, you know, the whole, you know, Black Lives Matter, all of that.
Right.
And I'm not trying to just start any buzzwords, but sometimes, you know, you do have to stand up and you have to stand up for what you believe in. And sometimes you can't be quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean
Period.
that's the thing. You cannot be quiet. I
Yes.
could go out right now and put George Floyd on my shirt and sell 100 of them at $20.
Well,
I mean, it literally,
Yeah,
and would make
that's true.
a lot of money.
And we're going to move on, but I want to make something. If we're going to keep talking, why do we get so quiet so fast about praying for three, standing for three? Why aren't we still standing on them for
Yeah.
three? These young men have not got their justice yet.
No, they haven't.
We need to still be yelling. Give these
Men
men,
justice.
these young men, their justice.
Correct.
Let's not be quiet. Let's not give it up so fast.
Okay. Well, it sounds like we're in a season of settlements.
Come on.
Yeah.
So,
Love it.
so I mean, good or bad, somebody's happy.
Yeah.
You say $27 million, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I get it. But so just moving on, this is Neutral Voices, and this is what's going on.
Yes. What's
So,
going on?
what else we got going on? What's good?
So, Fort Wayne just posted an article, actually, I think it was Wayne.com, stating that in Fort Wayne, the annual mean wage is $46,810, which is 12.5% lower than the national mean of $53,490. While the highest occupation in Fort Wayne makes over $197,000, which, Clarence, what do you think that is?
The highest occupation.
The
in Fort
highest
Wayne?
occupation in Fort Wayne. They listed the top 50 highest paying jobs in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Would the mayor be the highest paid in there?
Nope.
Fort Wayne?
The highest paying
The
job.
teacher,
What, you gotta guess?
I know you did
superintendent.
not say a teacher.
No, the superintendent.
Fort
Fort
Wayne
Dr.
Community
Wendy,
School.
former, or are you talking about the current?
The number
I
one
believe-
highest paying job right now is an orthodontist, making basically almost $198,000. So they listed the top 50 jobs, which was very interesting. I mean, number 50 was a funeral home manager.
I knew I should have went.
Yeah, at almost $78,000. So check that article out. It was information collected by the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. So the jobs are ranked by the annual average salary. And this dates back to 2019 was the last update for Fort Wayne,
Okay.
Indiana.
So you said 78,000?
To be a mortician?
No, I'm just saying that was the highest
That
outside
was the
of.
lowest on the top 50.
Okay.
Yep, the highest was almost 198,000 for the
Okay.
orthodontist.
And then the lowest on that list was 78.
Yeah.
Wow.
As though that is reported, right?
Right.
I was
There
just
are
getting
other
ready to
people.
say.
that definitely probably
Right,
make
right.
more money than that.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was a little surprised though that we are 12.5% lower than the national average. I mean, I thought that was a little bit.
I thought you was getting ready to say something good when I said, "What's good?"
What's good? That's
Right.
definitely not good.
Well, you know,
Look,
good
right,
that
that's
we know.
what's
Good that
bad.
we know. Good that we need to hustle more. That's what
Right,
it's telling
right,
us.
right. Yeah. So meanwhile, though, I know this is not lights, camera, action city, right? We don't have a whole lot of that going on.
What is today, actually?
I was just going to say this might be some good information
So this-
for
this is-
hairstylists and makeup artists in the
Right,
city.
right.
I ran across something. So the creator of the local Black Lives Matter exhibit is donating money to help minority-run businesses and programs right in the southeast side of Fort Wayne. So you don't hear that very often. I mean, there's
Okay.
not a lot of money that lands on the south side of
Right,
Fort Wayne. I mean, we
right.
speak about that.
Yes.
So basically, the Summit City photographer, DJ Eclipse.
Eclipse, what's good?
All right, Eclipse.
What's good, Eclipse?
He makes some music for me.
Oh,
man.
yeah, honey.
Hey.
Yeah. Don't forget us now, bro.
Hey, you know we worked together a long time, bro.
So he just ended the month-long exhibit,
Yes.
300 East Main Street downtown. And here's the interesting part: is 10% of the proceeds will be donated to the Family and Friends Fund for Southeast
Good.
Fort Wayne.
That's
So
good.
Ty
That's good.
Simmons,
Yes.
Kristen Giant,
Yes, awesome.
they talked about how they've given out almost $250,000 in donations
Yes,
Wow.
awesome.
at this point. So just something interesting that I wanted to read that they said is. Ty said, "We're consultants, we're coaches, we're life coaches. We pour into these funders, these grantees, because we know that no one is there for them."
That's
Now,
that's
is
right.
that the same group that he gives out food and coats and all that? Is that same group?
I believe that's a completely separate group. Tyson,
I was gonna say he's connected to different things.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so you can dig a little deeper so you can find out how you can become a part of giving to those different organizations,
Right.
so that you can feel good about these people that get these different grants.
Right,
and
right,
awards.
right.
So yeah, it's open to everybody.
so to the movie, to where you were going.
All right, to the movie. Yes.
So, in case
Yes,
you have
yes.
seen film crews around Fort Wayne, there is a movie being shot right here.
Yep.
It was actually supposed to be shot in Armenia, which was the former Soviet Republic, but due to COVID, they could not.
Oh,
So
wow.
they landed right here.
I read
So
about that.
the movie is called Pulled from Darkness, and it's actually a true story based on a woman who was separated from her children and sold into the trafficking market.
Yeah.
Yes.
I heard about that.
And spent 3 years in total darkness. So this film, it says it's supposed to be wrapped up the first week in April, and it's actually going to be premiered at the embassy in Fort Wayne. So if you see any filming crews around, it actually said that they've been filming in the alley next to the Pint and Slice,
Actually, that's something
that's
I've seen
nice.
recently.
Headwaters
nice
Church,
alley,
and at the Fort Wayne Airport.
Very
so
nice.
I just thought that
I
was
drove past that.
Yay,
last
Fort
Sunday.
Wayne.
That's not the first one that was filmed.
I'm
in
just
Fort
saying,
Wayne
but I'm
either.
just giving us some, right now.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
remember
we
in the
need
company
that,
of
more
men.
of that. That'd be great.
No.
What is it?
In the company of
let our
men?
people know.
It is called Pulled from Darkness.
No, in the company of men. Y'all don't remember that movie?
In the company
I
of
do
men.
not.
Yeah.
No.
It was a movie shot here.
Oh.
It was a terrible movie. Is that what you said?
No, it's a military movie.
Military
No,
movie.
In the company of men was shot here in Fort Wayne. They shot it off the Lincoln Tower. Neil LaBute, who's actually was working at Park Center at the
Okay.
time. That was his first film that he debuted, and he wrote it and he shot it in Fort Wayne.
Well, and also
man.
too, I wanted to
love
read
that.
this small little expert. It said the producer said we brought crews in from all over the country, and I've had several people say I'm moving here. I'm moving to Fort Wayne. They saw all the architecture downtown. They drove through looking at the locations,
Very
and
nice.
he actually said he thinks Fort Wayne might get a little bigger after this because people were just
Wow.
surprised
Wow.
at how
Yeah.
beautiful the city was.
Oh man,
They're
I don't
doing
know
a
if
lot.
I'm excited about that.
You don't
There's
want
enough
no more
traffic.
Right, right.
Right. We
I'm
don't want
just
that
saying,
Chicago
We
traffic.
got enough. We good. But
Yeah.
that is awesome.
Yeah,
And so
interesting.
and I say that because we don't have those opportunities as hairstylists and makeup artists here, and so I'm sure they already have their people picked. But it's just good to kind of be in the area and bump into.
Right.
You
Right.
never know.
Before you go forward, Doc B, that's a good point. Y'all don't have like a union of hairstylists or anything here in Fort Wayne. Only reason I
I'm working
ask,
on it.
Right?
I'm working on it.
no,
Okay.
only reason I ask because
Oh,
there's
nice.
a musician union that if say like a major act come and a drummer got sick,
Yes.
and they needed to hire a drummer.
Oh, yeah.
If you're affiliated with the musician union, they can call you and you can go and set in.
Absolutely.
Kind of like the
I'm
actors.
working on that.
Yeah.
I'm working on
kind
that.
of
Oh, good.
Yeah, stay
excellent.
tuned.
Stay
Yeah.
tuned.
All
Mhm.
right.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's good, and you know what? So that's good news. But you know, I gotta go this route. I hate to. There's a lot of craziness going on too.
Oh, yeah.
You know, in the world, the shooter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm watching
my
the news.
Is that in Boulder, Colorado?
Boulder,
Okay.
yes.
Boulder
And
killed
these
a cop
people-
too.
Yeah, and they so just devastated because this area was, you know, so low key and just so calm and solemn, and for this to happen in a grocery store,
Is
Yeah,
that where
that's
it
pretty
happened?
bad.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, it
happened
it was
outside
in a
the
grocery
grocery
store. Yes.
it just made me mad because you can't even go buy a bag of chips and
Right.
be safe. You're in the
Right.
store and you all of a sudden you're hearing gunshots, and so, but yeah, whoever this guy was, the thing is, what's the motive? Do they even know? So that
Well-
you know they're checking into it, but
They,
I'm
they
just
never
saying,
said anything
never
about
said
the motive.
But I did know they released the name, and unfortunately,
we're not saying his name.
no, I'm not going to say his name, but some of his, they're saying it's, you know, the religious group that was, you know, being targeted. They're saying that he's a part of that. So I don't know the full story because I haven't, you know, seen the whole news, so I don't want
Right.
to speak. But I do know that they're associating him with, you know, a religious organization, and they're saying that may be a root of the cause.
So they was so intentional, and he did it for some
Yeah.
cause
Yeah.
or some group or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what they're speculating. Like I say, I'm not putting that out there. I'm just saying I've only heard a blurb because I really haven't sat down and saw anything.
Well, because
Yeah.
he's not saying anything.
Yeah.
He's they interrogating. He's not saying a word.
Wow.
He's just sitting there.
See, you know, and then right before that we had the 8 killed
Yes.
Yeah.
in Atlanta.
Wow.
So I'm just saying, you know, we concerned about COVID and trying
Right.
to get through COVID and get everything back to normal.
Yeah.
And then, you know, this is how we coming out the gate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sad, but you know that's where we are today. So speaking of COVID, I'm just saying, have you guys heard like on a local level that we're supposed to be taking off our masks?
Yeah, we will be unmasked like the masked
Unmasking.
singer.
Oh my
We're gonna be like
goodness!
the
I'm
masked singer.
so excited. I'm excited
I
about
can see
it.
smiles.
Yeah.
I'm
I just
so
saw that
excited.
they extended it another 30 days after
What?
March 31st.
The
Stop.
emergency. The emergency.
The emergency,
order.
yeah, the
But not
emergency
the
order.
mask
Mask order.
Oh.
The mask order ends April
April
6th.
6th.
Yeah.
Okay, well, isn't he speaking like tomorrow?
Yeah.
Or something?
Right, he's supposed to give. Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, you know, confusing us because we trying to buy lipstick. We buying lipstick.
So
instead
the
of all
emergency
that
order,
people-
I mean, what?
Well, like restaurants won't be at 100% yet. I think they can still only operate at
75 or 50?
75%.
Okay.
They were not 100%.
So the masks don't go along with the emergency order.
No.
They're two separate orders.
No, no.
Yeah.
The emergency order is the distancing and the mask and everything. So it's complex. So let's hear what the governor has to say.
Exactly.
And then we'll
And
get
who
back
else
to
can
it.
line up for their
Right.
vaccines?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Oh, that's a hot topic.
I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I just don't like needles.
I just want to know, has anybody had their
No.
shot
I
yet?
don't know.
Clarence.
Okay.
Man,
I have
All right,
not.
I'm just
My
checking.
dad has.
My
Okay.
parents
My
both
My
have.
dad too.
My dad
Don't say
has.
the needles. I know you're gonna get on me. Yes, I have.
I'm not going to talk about you. I'm
Well, don't talk about him, but listen,
I'm-
anybody shooting
Anybody
any
know
hoops
me?
lately? You know, this is March, guys.
Well, hold on. You know, I'm upset because I can't go.
You mad?
Yeah, because it's too close to me. March Madness is too close
Okay.
to me.
Indy? Man,
It is too close to me for me not to be able to attend the game.
right, I feel you.
Just drive on down.
Huh?
Oh, you can't get in.
No,
You can't get
have to
in.
be in the lottery to get to.
Yes. You got me in a lottery to get the tickets because I was trying to go down there for the Final Four.
Yeah.
And, you know, the ticket sales was ridiculous.
Yeah, and they only sold maybe like 150,000.
Yeah. It's
That's tournament wide.
yeah, but I'm just saying because it's going to be in the Lucas Oil Stadium. And they only-
Is this just asking the Lucas Oil Stadium? But is this where the busters come against the champions, like the true players against the? I mean, what is March Madness?
March
Exactly
Madness
that.
is when when the smaller schools come in and show these big schools. They got all the top name
the small
players
guys,
come in and destroy these Big Ten. It's so funny because the Big Ten had almost all their teams in the
They had
64.
17.
Yeah, and all of them going except for one, and all the teams from the Big Ten was ranked 4 or higher.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they came in, these small schools came in and destroyed them.
Yeah, that's what I heard. And that's why I said it that way, because a lot of people always, saying these are the underdogs and they didn't make it.
Well, see,
and then look what
They're
happened.
not the underdogs.
Yeah.
Here's what happened. These major schools always go for the All-American players.
Blue chip players, yeah.
And they fail to realize them blue chip players wouldn't be nothing without the smaller guys that's on their team.
Yeah.
So they go into these smaller schools and showing them, hey, I was the man on my team with him,
Yeah.
but you overlooked me to get him.
Right.
And these smaller schools come in and just destroy them.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
Good
that's
point.
good. Any particular team you rooting for?
Any team that's 9 or better or lower,
Okay.
Well,
that's just me.
well, they said Illinois. They had predicted Illinois was going to win it.
What
but
about
they
Wisconsin?
Wisconsin got lost last night. They lost last night.
Dang it.
Michigan is the only.
That's what they're saying now. Michigan is the favorite now.
But Michigan actually got a real good team.
Yeah,
And
they're the favorite now.
Yeah, they're ready to roll. But I still think one of these smaller schemes gonna come in and smack them too, and I'm gonna be happy. Because
Let it be an HBCU. North Texas, stand up. Let it be an HBCU.
Yeah, North Texas got a chance.
Let it be an HBCU.
Okay. I know
And
you're a
nobody's
fan.
bracket
You're a
looking
fan.
good. Nobody's bracket looking good at all.
Okay, so speaking of not looking good, I'm sorry, but I love. I do, and I know some people not feeling this tonight, but I love me some Kirk Franklin.
Kirk Franklin.
But Kirk Franklin, I think something happened.
What?
Not so good.
Tell me
Well,
what.
You didn't hear last
he
Sunday?
had to apologize. Well, he didn't have to, but
I don't know
he
why
did.
he
So
apologized.
the whole thing with his son
I
and
don't
that
know
argument,
why
that
he-
Oh, he went on and did his son record it or
Yeah,
something
his son
like
set him
that.
up. He
Now
babied
that
him.
was that. You know what?
It's
I
dirty.
think that is a dirty thing.
Yeah.
I think his son needs to get some respect. I don't care what the situation. I don't care what the topic is.
Yeah.
There's certain type of loyalty we need to keep.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I
But
agree
he a
with
grown
that.
man.
Very
First of all, man up.
dirty like that.
You're a grown man.
You a man.
You're a
Man
grown
up.
man. If
Man
you're
up.
32 and can't take care of yourself and
Then-
not have any mental deficiency,
Bye-bye.
there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're
Yeah.
a grown man.
I
Stand up.
honestly believe Kirk Franklin had nothing to apologize about.
Nuh-uh.
Because at the end of the day,
Hmm.
he's a human, regardless if he's saying gospel, regardless if he preach, he is a man. And you can only push a man so far
Right.
before he goes to that level. So
Yeah.
he had
Hey.
no reason to apologize.
Well-
I actually applaud him
Yeah.
for
I-
snapping like
His
that.
son was
Son need
just,
to grow up.
yeah,
need to grow up.
and he was just straight petty.
I'm just,
Yeah, he was petty. But
I
you lucky.
think that's what people,
Now,
you know,
I'm
that's
just
saying.
it. That's the word.
I'm
Let's
just
look on the
I
bright
know
side.
you get ready to
No,
go.
hold on, let's tell us
I
something.
just
Let's
had to
look on
get
the
that out
bright
there.
side.
Want to see where
Bright
you go.
side. Because think about it. If Kurt snapped like that on the phone, you better be glad he wasn't in his presence.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he'd have been all over.
They
It
really
would've been a
been-
whole nother story.
They really been singing "A Day Is a New Day."
Okay, but okay, so y'all
He'd have got stalked.
No, okay,
Everybody
listen.
smile, all right.
Okay, but I'm just saying. Okay, so for 1 second, let's try to be the son,
Okay.
and let's try to think of this from a different perspective. Can't we?
Yes, we can.
Okay,
I'm
Dad is
full
snapping
blood.
and going off on me.
What did?
Hey,
Well,
get
hold on.
used to it.
Hold on. You gotta understand. You understand. For every action, there's an opposite and equal reaction.
I know.
So
I know,
whatever
but-
he did,
But you're my
does-
father.
it
You're
doesn't
supposed
matter.
to be the bigger
You a
person.
man. You are a man. Man up.
It doesn't
Man
matter.
up.
You're my
Man
father. You're
up.
supposed to set an
Man up.
example.
Man up.
Hold
Love
on.
You're
Doc
supposed
B,
to set an
I'm
example.
gonna be there with you. I'm gonna be there with you. I'm gonna side with you.
I don't care what I do.
Man up.
You
where
the daddy.
Here's where the only problem I have with that situation. We don't know what the precipitating conversation was. We only
Behind the
got
scenes.
yeah. We don't know. So he could have cussed Kirk Franklin out the same.
And
that's
then
what
record
happened.
his part.
And
Right.
did you hear Kurt Franklin said he was trying to get some intervention? He was calling the therapist,
Yeah.
getting the therapist on the phone, but the son did not show
Yeah.
it. He didn't record
Yeah.
that part.
No.
Right,
He didn't
right.
air that
Yeah,
part.
no.
He could have recorded
He
it.
could have
just didn't
recorded it,
choose
You know
but he-
something?
to air it.
At this point, Kurt Franklin, my opinion, my advice to you: cut him off. Be
I
done
agree.
with it. Be
That's
done
the
with it.
problem now.
Cut him
Ooh,
off.
you a
That's the
hard
problem.
No,
daddy.
You
right.
got to.
You a
I mean
hard
it.
daddy.
No, you
problem
disrespect
now.
me like
Yeah,
that.
you feel the
way.
same
Yeah.
thing.
I do.
You disrespect
Don't
me
never
like
bite
that.
the hand that feeds you.
Wait a minute. Are we talking 5 years old, 15? Or are we talking
32.
Right.
Oh no, he's
You
already
done.
been an adult, and you
So
know, and
he's
I
a
feel,
done deal.
I feel like sometimes that's the problem. We cushion our kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a little spoiled little brat. You're mad what your dad said. How many of us have ever parents went off on us, said some things, and we in our feelings? It happens all the time.
Yeah.
So
Right.
what do you do with that? Go tell on your parents? It's stupid, it's childish, it's immature, and he needs to grow up.
I agree. He's not a toddler. He's not in an extra saucer.
Right.
He's a
Right.
flipping grown dude.
Yeah,
Yep.
I agree.
You need to stump the cord.
I was trying to look at the other side of things. I was. I mean, okay, so since y'all stumping stuff,
You need to stump the cord.
what about Biden stumping up them stairs? I'm sorry.
Oh, no,
I'm sorry.
He
I'm
meant-
sorry. That ain't what I want to talk
He
about.
missed some stairs.
I'm just kidding.
There was some
Because
air
when
stairs
you
there.
falling down, that's one thing. But when you
fall
falling
down?
up,
I've done that.
Repeatedly.
I know.
Not in the same
He
time.
falling
but I have
forward.
fallen up the stairs.
I'm
must
just
admit.
saying. Okay, no, that wasn't what I was going to talk about. I was just going to ask y'all about the crisis at the border. I just wanted to find out real quick, what do y'all think about that? Because these kids, this kind
Too
of,
much.
this trickled down from old Orange.
Yeah, because this
Boy.
isn't new. This isn't
That's what I'm
anything
saying.
that's
This
new.
is
This
a-
is something that was almost
This
grandfathered.
is residue, isn't it? From
Yes.
from
I have a question.
Trump. Yeah.
How do the kids that are American citizens get locked in a cage? Period.
That's
First
a
and
great
foremost.
question.
That's the first and foremost question.
Mm-hmm.
How do you lock kids that are American citizens just because their parents are not?
Yeah.
Now,
Right.
if they're American citizens, they should actually have a placement for them, not in a cage,
Mm-hmm.
because they are citizens, so they have the rights of us.
That's
as
right.
citizens.
Right.
Citizens.
You're right.
So, I mean, that's the first problem right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
We need to solve that one. Second of all, how do you just leave people in cages and tell them we need to deport them? And shouldn't the deporting process be a lot quicker than
It should.
6-7 years?
Well, actually, it's a trial. So
Yeah.
I don't know what the trial is before they have to have a trial
It's
before
a
they're
long-
deported. So I don't know what that situation is, but I do agree with you on that, E. But also, as you stated, Doc V, Biden came in and there was no plan because there was no exit, there was no handover. So the problem is they lost parents and they lost children. They don't know how to put
they
children.
can't find
Yeah,
them.
they can't find them. So
Oh,
it's a
no.
They
mess.
can't find
And you
them.
already know it's missing children, and you already know that we have a problem
Right.
Right.
with,
Already.
Right.
all of the trafficking and
Right.
the various
Already.
things.
Children in cages,
Yikes.
period. Just to say the sentence. I mean, children in cages.
cages.
That
I know.
That's ridiculous.
And so the last thing I heard before we get out of here is that they're actually looking for families, American families, that will open their doors to these children. And if there's relatives of these children,
Right.
please help us come
Think
get them.
about it. Most of
Yeah.
them, all their families came here together, and now.
Yeah, but if there's a long distance cousin, I'm thinking
Yeah,
one
you
way.
can-
Listen, one way to get some help real quick. If they put some money out there, I'm serious. Y'all already know.
You're right.
If
Yeah,
you
they
put
it with everything
If
else.
they put some money out there and say, if you open your doors to these children,
Yeah.
no, seriously. If
I
it
might
was part
say,
of the
hey,
stimulus
you know what?
package,
there it is. I'm just saying
Hey.
that's what's gonna do it.
I mean, I'm saying.
Too
that's
bad,
true.
but that's the way things go sometimes. Hey, guess what, guys?
What's up?
I'm sorry. Guess what time it is?
Is it time to go?
You gotta get
I have a small
Okay,
announcement before we get out.
Before we get out of here,
So today we have two special birthdays. So Mildred's birthday is today, and Mildred is part of our team.
Hey, happy
So we
birthday,
want to
Mildred.
say happy birthday to
birthday,
Mildred.
Mildred.
oh, let's sing it.
Birthday
Also-
to
Sing
you.
it, girl.
That's
Um,
it. Come on,
also,
come on.
Michelle.
We got another birthday.
Yes, Michelle Whittakin. She follows us
Oh, I know.
faithfully,
Hey, Michelle.
loyally. So happy
What's
birthday,
up?
Michelle.
Hi, honey.
Happy birthday.
Happy
birthday to ya.
Happy
Lord, have
Birthday to ya.
Hey, ladies, thank you. This is Neutral Voices.
Yeah. You know,
You have something to
yes.
close this out?
before we leave, there's a lot going on. And it's sad that there's a lot going on in our world. And even with the gentleman in Colorado and then the gentleman in Georgia that have killed people, you know, too many times we base how we act on what people think or feel about us. And we react to those things. Now, the best thing we need to do is be able to identify and love ourselves. Because if once we love ourselves, then it'll cover a multitude of sins. We won't have that anger. We won't have that animosity. you have to find love within yourself and then spread it abroad. Everything starts within and it spreads abroad. So let's start loving ourselves and finding ourselves again. I know this pandemic, we all got a little bit of loss, but let's find ourselves and love ourselves again and make this world a better place.
I agree. Let's press the reset button.
That's right.
Yes, this is Neutral Voices saying thank you for hanging with us tonight and join us tomorrow for What's Live.
Yes.
Yes. See you next time.
Good. This is so fun.
Say seven, y'all say days. Hunting for the cheese like a mouse in a maze. Been down all my life, mama thought it was a phase. Same OG, yes, I'm stuck in my ways.
Hold up. The way I feel is.
That's right.
That's
your
what we
voice
want.
matters.
That's what we
Your
want you
voice
to
matters.
do. Everybody's voice
Hold on.
matters except
So,
for
girl,
Clarence's voice.
actually, you know what?